Hello, this is Bruno pelletier-bacquaert. Today's vlog is really a continuation of the previous one when I was showing you how we were moving from a major 7th chord to a major 6th chord. And today I'm going to show you some turnaround ideas which will illustrate that. So there's a PDF that you can download for free. Just find it down in the notes. And here's the idea. So all these examples are in B flat. So I'm starting from a B flat major 7, and I'm going to a B flat 6, and then going to my C minor 7 into what I'm now calling F9, right? So you recognize the major 7 going to the major 6, minor 7 going to the minor 6. But diatonically speaking, it sounds really like a 1, 6, 2, 5, 1 if you loop that. So that's the turnaround idea here. Okay? So 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. But of course in the bass I don't have that much movement. I don't have the B flat to G, C, F, B flat. I don't have all those notes. The bass stays on B flat here between the 1 chord and the 6 chord, and then it will stay on the C between the C minor and the F dominant. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, like that, right? So that's the first line on your PDF. The second line, I start with the same B flat major 7 to B flat 6. Now my C minor, I'm dressing it up a little bit, playing the 11th on top, and then I go into this F7. So here on this particular line, I keep the F note constant throughout the turnaround. F on top, F on top, F on top, F on top. Of course, all those exercises here, I'm really thinking 2 beats each. So if you imagine the last 2 measures of a song in the key of B flat, you can have your turnaround like this, like 1. But in some situations, you can think 1 full measure per chord. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So practice that slowly at first, and then eventually you can include it in a faster song. Line number 3, I'm still starting with the same B flat major 7, B flat 6, C minor 7. So now I'm calling this chord F7 flat 9. But you realize this is a diminished chord. I'm playing really a C diminished 7th. But if I imagine that the root of my F chord were here with F, so this would be F7 flat 9, if I simply move the F root down to the 6th chord and now making it a C note, I'm looking at a C diminished 7. But I can still claim that this chord is an F7 flat 9, even though there's no F in it. So that's a very common substitution to 5 like this, even though I still have the same C note in the bass. If you look through the various videos that I've posted on this channel, you will notice that there are at least a couple videos where I address this very topic, the diminished chord being used in place of a dominant chord. So scroll through things and you'll find what, with plenty of explanations. And talk about explanations, what I did not exactly say, even though I implied it, was that what I'm calling the B flat 6 here also happens to be an inversion of a G minor 7. See, this would be a G minor 7 root position. This is the same G minor 7 but with B flat in the bass. So the other inversions would be found this way, but the one that interests us is this particular one. I still have G, B flat, D, and F. So the same exact 4 notes that I had here. So, important thing to realize, a B flat 6 is really the same as a G minor 7. So when I'm saying 1, 6, that's really what I meant. It's also a 1 chord major with a 6, but it also is the diatonic minor 7th chord, which is built from the 6th degree. So in a turnaround, that's usually what we have. We have, in terms of the Roman numerals, we have 1, 6, 2, 5. So this is really the 1 chord B flat, the 6th chord G minor 7, the 2 chord C minor 7, and the 5 chord F9. Okay, so a little clarification here. Line number 4, I'm still starting with the same 2 chords, and then now I have the C minor 11 that we saw on line 2, but then now instead of playing the generic F7 with the 5th and the bass, we're going to lower that 5th, so it's going to be a flat 5 chord. The C is going to go down 1 fret. So now I'm going to look at this grip, and it sounds a little more dissonant. So it's a 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, right? So that's we have a little more movement in the bass, like that, right? Still an interesting move. And then the very last line, I'm changing things a little bit. I still start with the B flat major 7. However, my 6th chord, now I turned it into a dominant chord, because that's another thing that happens very commonly in a turnaround. The 6th chord diatonically should be a minor 7th chord, but we often can turn it into a dominant chord because it functions as what we would call a secondary dominant, so it would become the 5 of the 2, right? So I'm thinking then G dominant 7, so I go basically from this chord to what would have been a G dominant 7 chord, but I'm making that chord a diminished chord because we saw a moment ago that we could use a diminished chord in place of a dominant chord. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using B flat major 7 to what is now a B diminished 7 to connect into the C minor 7 with the 11th on top, and then I finish with my F7 flat 5. So I have this. Okay, so again, B flat major 7, G7 flat 9, which is a B diminished 7th grid, C minor 11, and then finish with F7 flat 5, which of course you can think of in terms of the tritone sub. That would be also a B7 with a flatted 5th on top. Okay, but if you already know about tritone subs, that's what you're looking at. If you don't, then maybe I'll make a video at some point about tritone subs. Okay, any questions, anything that's not clear, let me know, and until the next time, bye.